This is greatest integer function. The function f from R to R defined by fx equal to within third bracket x belongs to R assumes the value of the greatest integer less than or equal to x. Such a function is called the greatest integer function. So basically it means that it will round off any given real number to nearest lower integer, because there is so many lesser integers for any given real number, but we have to select greatest integer among all those integers which is less or equal to the given number. Okay, this is the meaning of this greatest integer function. Now you can see these are the intervals in which it is defined like that. Suppose x is lying between -1 and 0, where -1 is included. In that case, the fx, that is the greatest integer function value, will be -1 for all those x's which is lying between -1 and 0, including -1. Its final answer will be -1, because -1 will be the greatest lower integer. Because suppose here there is a number -0.5. So -0.5, the nearest lower integer is -1. After that -2. After that -3. But we have to select the greatest among all those. That is between -3, -2 and -1. Which is greatest? -1 is greatest. So its value is -1. It is like that. Now here, suppose x is lying between 0 and 1, where 0 is included. So here you can have 0.5, 0.7, 0.2, 0.9 and so on. So what will be its lowest integer, which is just lower than this 0.9. So just lower than 0.9 there is an integer 0. Otherwise there will be -1, -2, -3 and so on. So you have to select the greatest among all those lesser integers, that is 0. Here also, suppose integer is lying between 1 and 2, where 1 is included. So it can be 1.5, 1.2, 1.9. So what will be its lowest integer? Will be 1. Okay, immediate lowest integer. You have to take that value. Otherwise, after that 1.1 lesser integer 1, then there is 0, then there is -1 and so on. So this is the meaning of this greatest integer function. So I have drawn this matching, and one I have solved for you. -5.9 will be its greatest integer function will map to this -6, because this is the nearest lowest integer which is greatest among all the remaining lower integers. So this is the meaning. I have written these many tables also. Suppose -1.75. So -1.75, the greatest lower integer will be -2. -0.25, the greatest lower integer will be -1, and so on. And this is your graph. For each interval there is a line segment. Okay, this is for x lying between 0 and 1. So this interval, suppose this is the interval 0 and 1. So 0 is included, 1 is not included. So there is a empty circle shown over here, because the moment x is 1, then y will also become 1. So this is the reason empty circle, the meaning of the empty circle. Here also empty circle shows that 2 is not included, because the moment x is 2, then y will be 2. It will come here. Here also, see here, -1 not included, because the moment x is -1, y will be also -1. Means for the integers there is no problem, the same integer will be mapped. But for other than integers, other real numbers, it will be mapped to the greatest lower integer. Thank you.